Hey guys, so I got a lot of questions from people asking about how I got started braiding, how I transitioned to Houston, how I built my clientele up so quickly, and I really wanted to give you guys like an in-depth, like step-by-step things I did in order to be successful here. So this whole video is gonna be dedicated to all that. So of course, like the number one most asked question is how did I get started braiding, right? So I've done gymnastics like my whole entire life, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but in competitive gymnastics, like everyone wears corners in hair, right? And so my mom somehow, she knew how to braid, like French braids. So when I say like cornrows into the scalp, it's like, it's cornrows, but it's like inside out, or like the braids like underneath instead of it being on top. And so, I don't know, I was maybe like 8 or 9. I wanted her to teach me so I could do my other teammates, right? Get done faster, whatever. I don't like really remember learning, but I do remember that my mom taught me, and it was because of gymnastics. And so throughout gymnastics, like I would just always braid my friend's hair, even in college, like I would do everybody's hair. And then I started working at a community center. So then one of the staff members there who actually, like she braided, she would do like box braids on the kids' hair and everything. And I don't know how it got brought up, but somehow she found out I could braid. And so I started like helping her out, like braiding down, putting braids, beads on the hair, you know, everything like that. And then, I don't know, I guess knotless was like just popular around that time. And so I was like, oh, like I can do that, like that's easy or whatever. So I watched like a 5-minute YouTube video, and I decided I could try it on my friend's hair. Listen, I don't know why she let me. Cammy, shout out to you. She gets free knotless for life because anyway, I didn't even know you had to stretch hair. Like I bought expressions, I didn't even know you had to stretch the hair. Like I didn't know. I'll put a picture of like the braids I'm talking about, but like blunt ass ends, like I literally burned that shit. They were just tragic. And so I was like, and I'm literally like, I thought they were mediums, like I was literally calling them mediums, and they were probably like, they were like jumbos for sure. And they weren't, I say they were kind of jumbos because they weren't even, there wasn't even like a pattern of parts. It was just kind of like wherever I could fit it. They were tragic. But anyway, so I was like, okay, that humbled me. I'm never gonna braid again. And then I started to see, of course, then I'm seeing more stuff on my Instagram, like videos or pictures or whatever. And so I was like, I can try these again. Like, I think I got it now. And so sure enough, I tried again, and these were actually decent. Now these were like larges, okay? I still thought they were mediums, but they were like larges, okay? And they were decent. And I'm from Nebraska, right? So like, there were really no braiders at the time. Yeah, not really. And so like my friends and people I knew on Instagram, they're like trying to book. I'm like, no ma'am, like I'm not ready for that. It was gonna be a while before I took anybody, and that was my friend. Like that's so different, having somebody you don't know and then them like paying you, and it takes, like I was really slow, so it's like, so fast forward to like November, it was before, I think it was before Thanksgiving, I did Mackenzie Buchanan's hair. Now, this is like my first, now she's my friend now, but then she was really just like a client. Like I knew her through Instagram maybe, like if that. And so, yeah, that was like a big deal because that was my first client, and they were okay. Not my proudest moment, but I did them, okay? And so from that point until like whenever I moved, I was just braiding like on the weekends. So I really didn't get like that much practice. Like, so I guess that's maybe a 1.5 years worth of time, but I was only braiding like Saturday, Sunday. And during that whole period of time, like I was still going to school, still working at the community center. So I was busy. I was just doing it because I had time. And like in Lincoln, Nebraska, you can charge $150 for extra small braids. Like at the time, that's what I was charging. And I mean, hair wasn't included, but like, that's ridiculous. That's like 10 hours worth of work. I mean, my extra smalls at the time were not like my true extra smalls, but still it was ridiculous. And like, you really, like I didn't take it seriously. I'm a perfectionist because I'm a Virgo, but like I was just doing it to make extra money. It wasn't like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, definitely not. I didn't even know that Houston prices were possible at that time. Or even, I barely even know about braiding. I was just doing it because people asked me to do their hair. And I was actually doing makeup at the time. That's really like what I was doing, but I wasn't even really doing that either until like further down the line. But yeah, so like I was just doing it for fun, doing it for a little extra side hustle. This past year, I bought the Ordinary Hers, and I don't know exactly what it's called, but Master Knowledge course basically. And so for that course, I would definitely say if you're a beginner, it's like for all levels, I would say. You can definitely like learn how to do knotless from that course, or you can be like doing well and you just want to like up your game a little bit. So I got it like literally I think it was this Christmas or like it was Black Friday. So yeah, like literally this past November, and I got it. And I would say that class was so helpful because yes, I knew how to do knotless, but I was mostly teaching myself. Like YouTube, okay, but like it was all pretty much like what works, what doesn't work. And so her course was perfect because it either taught me something new, taught me a new technique, taught me a new way to do it, but it also made me so much more confident because it was like letting me know I was doing stuff right, you know? Since I was teaching myself, I didn't know for sure. I was like, this is the way I do it. I don't know if this is correct or if this is the best way to do it, but that's just like what I was doing. So yeah, I would say for sure that built my confidence up like 100% because I just knew that I was like, okay, I'm doing this right, you know? And another thing, so I graduated a semester early. So I'm 21, but I'm also young for my grade, and I graduated a semester early. So in my head, I was like, it just made me feel better. I was like, I have a semester to figure it out. You know, like that's what I told myself. So really, I moved at the end of, I think I literally got here January 31st. And, but before that, so the things I started doing, I started preparing for clientele and like the move before I even moved, right? So a couple things I started doing was like I changed my hashtag. So I added Houston hashtags before I even moved. So like I had people messaging me from Houston, not like a lot or anything, like maybe 3 or 4 people from Houston asking me about appointments, right? And I was like, oh, I'm not there yet, but I'll be there in February. So I think I started that like maybe a month or 2 before. But I would say like in January, I started actually like taking clients. I was just like, I'll be there February 1st. I didn't even know where I was living. I literally didn't even have a lease or anything yet. Literally didn't know an apartment, nothing. So I was just like, cool, we're gonna figure it out. And so, yeah, I took like, I would say like 3 or 4 clients. Now fast forward to like when I moved here. So I can't remember exactly how many appointments I had set up when I had moved here. But again, it was like, if it was more than 3 or 4, it was probably like no more than 7. And so the first week of February, I gave myself off to just like move in, get everything situated, get a chair, like literally everything. Get this up, like the whole room set up, everything. So I think it was that first week of taking clients, I was like really focused on getting good pictures, being consistent. But with the hashtags, I would say it's definitely important like which ones you choose. So what I did personally, I just found a braider in Houston that has a lot of followers, and I just literally used her hashtags. So work smarter, not harder. I just copied and pasted, and that's how I get all my clients. I would say, so I took the first week off. Second week, I started braiding. By the end of that week, I had my whole booking set. Again, I was running specials, so it's like I was only charging probably like I could probably go back, but like I think no more than like 200 or no more than 250 for probably like extra smalls. Like it was crazy. But yeah, that's how I got like all my clientele. Of course, they would come to me. I'm charging literally nothing, and for quality braids, you know. So that's how I got my clients like the first month. And and I just knew I had to stay consistent, you know, just stay consistent, people stay coming to you, you know. Another thing that I really focused on was like my professionalism and customer service. I know it seems like easy to do and like obvious, but it really is like hard to find sometimes. So a couple things I did, like I provide snacks, like I literally have a bowl of just like chips, whatever, just a bunch of stuff, a bunch of snacks, and then water, and then I serve mimosas. People love that. Like it's literally a bottle of champagne and orange juice. Like it's not that hard to do, and it literally like makes a huge difference in their eyes. So yeah, I did that, and I feel like that is what made people come, but then also what made my clients stay. Is like my quality, customer service, professionalism. And being here since February, I would say I have like over a handful of clients that have came back 3 or 4 times. Like they have no reason to leave if you're giving them everything they need. Like, and another question I get asked a lot is like, do I braid out of my home? What was my plan on that? So my original plan was this is like a study. So we have a 1-bedroom and a study, and I just braid out of here, right? So it's some suites are this size, I would say. It's not like huge, but it definitely has room for everything I need. And my plan was to stay here for a year. I don't have to pay for rent anywhere, you know. Build my clients up. Like I didn't expect for my clients to come as fast as they did. So if I would have known that, maybe I would have made different plans, but I thought that I'd be here. So a few things I was going to do, well, I guess I did. They didn't work out, but so I was gonna reach out. I did reach out to a few people in the Houston area that like had a lot of followers that I thought I could like braid their hair in exchange for a post or like a shout out or whatever. Literally none of them responded, and I'm not even mad about it because it worked out in my favor. I didn't have to give anybody free braids, you know? But I think it is a good idea. I've talked to some people, and it's like, it's a hit or miss whether they actually get you clients or not. Because like some people, one person could push you, it's over, like it's blown, like your whole page is blown up. Or like in my case, so that Facebook post, like I promise you, I was just updating my friends and family. Like I never go on Facebook. So, because all my friends on Facebook are from Lincoln. So I thought there was no point in posting on Facebook when I'm here. That's not how I'm gonna get clients, you know? So I thought, I haven't posted since I moved here. So I went and made a little post, and I guess it took one person to share it, and it just blew up. But I've gotten a lot of, like, literally went from 1,600 followers. Also, I had 600 or 700 followers when I moved here. So don't think you have to have, I know I just completely switched subjects, but you don't have to have like 3,000 followers in order to get clients. Like I wouldn't say followers equate to clients. I think it's just quality. Like, so of course I built like, so I'd say 700. I built that up to 1,700, 1,600 the day before I made the Facebook post. I still can't believe that shit happened because I was literally just updating family. Who would have known? Who would have thought Facebook? But yeah, so I went from 1,600, I want to say, to 4,000, almost to 4,100. Yeah, so you can do it. I think that's pretty much covered everything. If there's any other questions you have regarding this topic, feel free to ask me in the comments or on Instagram. My Instagram is byrara, 3 A's, BYRARAAA. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on videos, feel free to let me know. But I'm sorry if this video is a little rough, it's my first time. But yeah, I'm excited to do these videos and stuff. So definitely ask questions. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.